Unbelievable good luck. Unbelievable good luck. A guy in a snowplow truck came by and is giving me a free plow out. Saved me a whole pile of time. This is awesome. This is awesome. Guy with a snowplow came along just as I was starting to shovel it. I was about 1/10 done, and in like 5 minutes or less he cleared out an area for 10 or 20 cars. That's just my little sled. I'm just starting to unload here. I just got it out of the way because it was behind my truck. So I am all set to explore and break trail into one of my favorite lakes down there. Okay, back the truck in and get going. I'm scouting a new campsite on a lake that I'm familiar with. I know the route in here. I got a break trail. I got my big 16 by 48 teardrop style snowshoes for breaking trail. I also put my little bear paws in this pulk here. I'm going to switch them out when I get into the bush because I'm going to have to do some bushwhacking, and they're a little easier to maneuver in. If I can find a new campsite area there, I'll be cutting wood and preparing a new campsite, so I want those little bear paws. It's quite cold right now. It's close to -20. It's supposed to warm up to plus 15, they say today. So I'm going to start off hauling with my Empire woolen canvas gauntlet mitts, which I really like. This is a version of the True North mitt. Really like these. I don't know if they're made anymore. It's called the Bugaboo Buggy. It was made in British Columbia many years ago. There's the name there. Bugaboo Buggy. Came with a wrapping tank. I modified it with some shock cords and stuff. And it comes with a pole harness system. I just have half of it folded back, and I'm using a rope harness there with a seat belt tump strap. I just loop the harness around and put a bowline in. Bowline can be completely frozen, and you can pop it open even when the rope is frozen. So this loop system is really easy to adjust for length. Well, I made it to my lake quite easy. I've shown you this lake several times on several trips. I just dug through the snow there, and there's no slush. But there's a big spider hole out there, which is spider holes where the water comes in and out and forms tendrils. Here's a spider hole right here, or an overflow or upwelling. I'm right on the shore. I think I'm up maybe on the edge of the dry land here. It was right there. Here's my snowshoes. There's shrubs. There's the land. That's probably rock there. Right there. And all the tendrils. So depending on the pressure of the snow and the barometric pressure, the water goes in and comes out, in and out, all day long, all night long. Spider holes can be covered in snow. Blowing snow can cap them, and you can walk along and the pool of water will be further out, but you don't want to hit these or get anywhere close. And sometimes they're hard to see when you're down at lake level. So far I'm staying out of the slush. That looks like a marten track going along there with 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. I have found a new campsite out of the wind, and I was able to scoot along the shore without slush. I'm right down at the far end, that would be east end of the lake, in a sheltered bay. It's got hills all around. It's got forest all around. The northwest wind is howling over top, but it's not in here at all. A bunch of trees have fallen down. A bunch more are going to fall down over the next few years, but that's always a gamble. I have packed a tent floor, packed the snow down. I do not dig down the ground because the ground's all full of logs and rocks and lumpy. So I'm just going to pack that, and I'm going to come back in 2 days, and that's going to be rock hard. You use your snowshoes as graders and levelers, and you can slide the snow around and grade it flat. That's what I did. Now, I've got just under 3 hours till sunset. I can hike out in the dark. I see lots of wood storing on the stump. There's one right there. There's not that much. Most of it's alive, or it's under the snow where it'll be wet and frosty. But if I got here late, I think I see enough wood within reach that I can harvest it just before nightfall. But the key thing is to harvest some boughs and cache them, because that takes a long time. And again, I can certainly install them on the tent floor in the dark with my headlamp, but it's just better to get that all set up, because I can't set my wood stove up until I get my boughs down, because my wood stove will float on the boughs. These are jack pine here. Of course, no good for sleeping on, too sharp, and all the branches are up high. Same with the spruce. You don't want to collect boughs from the little spruce around your campsite, because they're wind protectors. So you want to go far away from your campsite before you get your boughs. These little bear paws came in handy for collecting boughs and setting trails to standing dead firewood. Got the boughs in. I need about twice as much, but maybe that can get me by. That's not all boughs. That's perched up on sticks. There's a bunch of air underneath there. There's branches coming out of this tree here, so there's boughs from like there up. That's not much. No time to lay in a wood supply. This one here will get me started, the small one. But I'll lay a snowshoe trail down to a few small standing dead that I can access quick. I'm exhausted. Must be after 4. I better get going. I got no energy left. I'll have to lay in the wood supply when I come back here to camp.